in US, because in US the supplier knows exactly, okay, what is barcode, what is the shipping label. But in India, it is very hard to make your supplier understand that, listen, I need FNSQ barcode in each products. Now the suppliers also started to understand. So I think with more implementation, which sellers are doing at a certain stage, if they're doing more than 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs a month, they are implementing it and increasing the sales. So sellers should consider it at a certain point if they're doing 20, 30 lakhs a month, and this should give them a great result.
But when we ask this to few students or few clients, the main problem is like the maintenance of GST. Like I have to maintain another state GST. And then apart from this, the shipping cost, for example, consider I'm from Tamil Nadu and I have to ship the parcel to Delhi, means the shipping cost from Tamil Nadu to Tamil Nadu FBA warehouse is going to be different. And I have to ship it to Delhi. So now, considering all these factors, since you also run an agency, like how do you convince a
Yeah,
client?
definitely. I think this is something that is really coming up, and a lot of sellers are putting attention to this. Because now, if I just give you example for sellers who don't know what is georanking, if you just go in Amazon.in and search for, so if I'm making the payment, I want my products to be delivered right now, or just in few hours or few days, right? As quick as possible, because I have already paid for it. Unlike COD, which have been reduced a lot in Amazon right now. So customer want their product delivered as quickly as possible. And if you just notice, if we go and buy a product, we'll first choose by delivery time, which have a quicker delivery.
Hey everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. And today we have a very special guest, and he's not new to our channel. So, welcome Sammy to our YouTube channel.
Hi Nivita, thank you so much for having me.
So, really, thanks a lot for accepting the invite, because this is the third interview that I'm doing with Sammy. If you have not watched the first two interview, do check out the link along with this description. Sammy, we have been discussing a lot more about PPC, etc. But many people have asked a few other questions. So, I have consolidated few more questions, and I want to take this topic away from PPC. So, to begin, like, can I explain like what is Amazon's geo ranking?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is something that is really coming up, and a lot of sellers are putting attention to this. Because now, if I just give you example for sellers who don't know what is georanking, if you just go in Amazon.in and search for a product, let's assume water bottle. You search for water bottle because now the pin code is set as your delivery address. You see on the top left hand side there is a pin code option where you can set the delivery location. Now let's assume the pin code is right now any pin code of Kolkata, and you are seeing certain products which are coming up. Now, if you go and change the pin code, you will see that the products that were showing previously will change with both the ads plus the organic products as well. Some will change. This is because those few products are getting more sale in those pin codes, and Amazon is preferring those to be shown in those separate pin codes. Might be because of the delivery time is very less, might be because the seller has good rating in that pin code, might be because the seller has good conversion rate or add to carts in that pin code. So now the question is how sellers can take advantage of geo ranking, right? So geo ranking, it is very much prevalent in US, because in US, in India, unlike India, in India we can set which FBA warehouse we can use, right? We can set by our preference. But in US, Amazon decides based on the sale which zip code receives maximum orders. They put the products on that warehouse. That is completely on Amazon hand. So in that particular case, we use Amazon DSP, demand side platform, and Google Ads to just manipulate which zip code we want most sale. So those we can do, and then that zip code gets more order, and Amazon put our products there. That is in the US, but in India, we have the option to choose our zip codes, right? Where we want our products to do, especially with the VPOV and all. So now if we see that there is certain zip codes or pin codes where the competition is less because the main competitors are not showing, maybe because they are not putting their products in the warehouse, which is near to that pin code, or maybe the product are not so much taking attention in that pin code. In that, those are weak zip codes or weak pin codes where seller can put attention to it. So when you find some good weak zip codes or pin codes, you can put your products there. Even if the market is very competitive, you'll get more attention in that pin codes. So your ranking for that zip codes becomes very easy. That is what geo ranking is.
So now, can you explain how this algorithm is going to work out? Like, as a seller, like, what advice would you give them to rank in the weak pin codes?
Yeah. So first of all, you have your list of 10, 20 competitors. Okay, these are the top competitors that you are looking at. These are our top competitors, and initially they will have a lot of reviews. You will have zero reviews or 4 to 5 reviews. So what you can identify is you can identify certain keywords which you already have or you should have. These are the relevant keywords for your product. Let's assume 20, 30 keywords. So you will go in Amazon and search the keyword and change the zip codes. Okay. Now you can start with the top high converting zip codes in India or pin codes in India. You can just simply go and search most populated pin codes in India, and there will be a list of 10, 20 pin codes. You can change and see when customers search as a keyword where your top 10, 20 competitors are ranking. You can just prepare a sheet and name there that okay, this competitor is ranking for this keyword in first page for this zip code. Then the competitor B is ranking for this pin code in this particular position. That way you will figure out a list where you can see which are the weak zip codes where maximum of them are not ranking in the first page. So you will have 2 to 3 or maybe more pin codes in your mind that you can target initially. You can set by getting a VPOB on that particular address or state. VPOB means virtual place of business, where you can get a GST of another state where your PAN card remains the same. So you can get access to multiple states warehouse or FBA warehouse. By that way, you put small quantity there, and then you start getting or receiving orders from that pin code by focusing your ads. Because your products are in that pin code, you will receive more orders from that pin code because your delivery time is less. And once a product starts getting sales, it is same as all Amazon algorithm, right? Amazon will put your products more in front of the customer. So this is how normally you should consider using it. And another way is if you already have you have product in a same niche. Let's assume you are selling baby products and all products are related. One customer can buy multiple products from you. In that case, you can simply go to your GST reports. You can ask your CA that, okay, CA, can you please tell me which states have received maximum orders? Because they will have the list by state. They will give you that, okay, listen, Karnataka have maximum orders, then followed by Delhi, Mumbai. These are the states which have maximum orders. You can simply register the VPOB on that state and start getting attention from that state. Obviously, you can get some few reviews in the launch phase. And another way is to drive traffic is Google Ads, because in Google Ads you can target by region, by zip codes, or by state. That is something sellers can start doing.
Okay, when it comes to VBOP, so we have some of our clients where we have four-state GST. But when we ask this to few students or few clients, the main problem is like
Mhm.
the maintenance of GST. Like I have to maintain another state GST. And then apart from this, the shipping cost, for example, consider I'm from Tamil Nadu and I have to ship the parcel to Delhi, means the shipping cost from Tamil Nadu to Tamil Nadu FBA warehouse is going to be different. And I have to ship it to Delhi. So
Okay.
now, considering all these factors, since you also run an agency, like how do you convince the clients? Like, yes, this VBOP is really important because we are getting the major order from Maharashtra, or this is the region, and by sending this, we are going to get more sales. In what way it can be more convincing to the clients?
Yeah. So at the starting, this is the two type of sellers. It's type A, where the seller is doing less than 20 lakhs a month. Type 2, where the seller is doing more than 20 lakhs to 60 lakhs or 1 CR a month. So the cost or the expenses of type A seller, which is doing less than 20 lakhs, is higher, and they will also not invest in such activities. But sellers who are doing more than 20 lakhs, they should have some expenses or investment to put in this. So I'll just give you an example of one of our client. They were doing almost 20, 22 lakhs a month, and they were registered in only one warehouse. Then in 3 months, they registered in multiple warehouses, more than 10 warehouses. And now within 3 months, they have increased from 20 lakhs to doing 60, 67 lakhs a month. That drastic increase happened just by adding more FBA, not by adding any new products. So this type of change, if sellers see that, okay, what are the possibilities, I think their way of investing in certain things increases. Obviously, the compliances are higher when you have to manage multiple states. But again, if the reward is big, you will take some chances, right? So it is again the risk to reward ratio, how much risk you can
Correct.
take. Obviously, you can start with one or two VPOBs and the starting, then see how it is costing, then move to another. I think there is some uh, companies like InstaSpace and all who can help on the VPOB. They charge, I think, 1,000 or 1,500 a month and get you GST on that state.
Yes, yes. Actually, even we do this. We even
Okay.
charge only one time charge.
Mhm.
But the main problem that I noticed from the other people is like monthly complaints is there, right?
Yeah,
And if you go deep dive into it, the problem is like then they get a lot of questions like how can I do the stock transfer, which in GST should I enter. So obviously the complaint should be handled by the tax consultant or auditor,
yeah.
but again people think a lot because of this, I feel.
Yeah, I think people ping because so I'll tell you one thing. We have fear only one time, right? Once you do a task one time, the fear also goes from that task. You will not feel fear second time on the same task. So this is again, if you're not into it, you will see the fear. But once you start doing it, the fear starts going away and fade away slowly.
That's so true. So now, but when it comes to geo ranking, is it similar to the general ranking, or how is the algorithm entirely different from the general ranking of products?
Yeah. So the algorithm we see it has been changing a lot. Okay. And geo ranking is coming in place and getting more attention in the past 1 or 2 years. So in geo ranking, what is happening is the product which are shown to customers are different. That is completely. I mean, the process is same. If you get more sales, you get more visibility. If you get more add to carts, you get more visibility. It is same as normal algorithm. It is just an addition to the algorithm. So in geo ranking, now Amazon is preferring the customers a lot because now customer, if I'm ordering something, probably I will pay by card or UPI something. I'm paying upfront. So if I'm making the payment, I want my products to be delivered right now or just in few hours or few days, right? As quick as possible because I have already paid for it. Unlike COD, which have been reduced a lot in Amazon right now. So customer want their product delivered as quickly as possible. And if you just notice, if we go and buy a product, we'll first choose by delivery time, which have a quicker delivery. And maximum customers also do the same. So delivery time plays a very important role after reviews as well. So Amazon also quickly noticed that okay, customers wants quick delivery. So Prime, then all this Prime Mini TV and all these are Amazon's ways to keep the seller customer into the Prime membership so that they can get the products faster as well. So if we can do something to bring the products faster to the customer, then we will get the preference from Amazon. By preference, I mean Amazon will show us more. Amazon will give our ads more visibility. You'll notice one thing what we have seen is if there is a customer who is in Mumbai and they want a water bottle, they want to purchase a water bottle. There are two designs of water bottle available from seller 1 and seller 2. Seller 1 is located in the same state, Mumbai, whereas seller 2 is located in another state, Karnataka. And the Karnataka seller is bidding maybe 20-30 rupees in their ads. Whereas the other one who is in Mumbai, they are bidding only 2 rupees in ads. Considering the seller rating and the product's performance or product's rating, even if they are bidding 2 rupees, they will show more in front of the customer instead of the Karnataka one, though they are bidding 60 rupees or 20 rupees. So bid plays a very less role when it comes to delivery time. So that is how I think the algorithm is changing a lot and giving more preference to the delivery time.
Okay. Now, when it comes to regional visibility, the other side is like people will be worried like, am I ranking in only one particular location? Then am I missing out the sales from all the other location? So Amazon is considering a bias situation. They are implementing all these stuffs. So like this, there are talks that are going on even in our official Amazon FB group. So what is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know what? I was looking at some tools or Chrome extension that can give us ranking of each keyword for our competitors in certain zip codes or pin codes, and I found none. So I thought, why not try developing something that can help sellers to find this? So I am right now in the stage of developing something which can help sellers to outstand this particular problem because now obviously if you see it from 20 lakhs to 60 lakhs without changing anything, just adding few VPOVs, getting the product faster to the customer, increase their sale almost 3 times, 300 times, which is a, I mean, and that is a client which was awarded by Amazon as well. So Amazon recognized their growth as well. So I think this is something that sellers already started implementing, and Amazon is also suggesting them. If you just notice sellers, they get recommendation from their Amazon account manager to add more VPOVs or more addresses of FBA. And what sellers are doing is they are delivering their products directly from supplier to that warehouse. And all shipping companies started acknowledging this thing, and they also now provide a almost very well equipped system that sellers can now use, which was in US, because in US the supplier knows exactly, okay, what is barcode, what is the shipping label. But in India it is very hard to make your supplier understand that, listen, I need FNSQ barcode in each product. Now the suppliers also started to understand. So I think with more implementation, which sellers are doing at a certain stage. If they're doing more than 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs a month, they are implementing it and increasing the sales. So sellers should consider it at a certain point if they're doing 20, 30 lakhs a month, and this should give them a great result.
Okay, now how this is going to impact our ads performance? What correlation we have, and what is your analysis on that?
Yeah. So I think ads, they have their own mind, right? Ads is like a AI. So they can change and optimize based on how customer is behaving, how the seller is behaving, what is the rating a seller has, what is the CTR ads are driving. When it comes to ad, we always talk about, okay, CTR is something that we call doctor of ads. So if CTR is so important to ads, Amazon also knows it. And in ads, CTR plays a role, but conversion rate also plays a role, how much sales you are getting. But what is happening in ads is what we are seeing, the same example that I was giving you earlier. Bottle, for a bottle, if a supplier is if a customer is located in Mumbai and the first seller is having their products in the Mumbai warehouse, whereas a seller B who is located in Karnataka warehouse, even though the Karnataka warehouse seller is bidding very high, even though they have thousands of reviews, but if the B or the supplier A, the seller A has less reviews, let's say 200 compared to 2000, but with less bid, just due to the shipping time is less, they will show more. Now you'll notice one thing. Obviously, the CTR of the high review products will be very high, but the CTR of low review product will be low. But since the seller B is not getting shown so much, the CTR is also impacting. So the CTR for that particular zip code or pin code will be higher for that particular seller or product, and as a result the CTR will be higher, the cost of ads will be less, the CPC will be less, because the higher the CTR, the cost per click gets lesser. Also they will see the result in ACOS as well. So this way I think, first understanding which zip code works well for you. If you're in the same niche selling same kind of products, you will have the data beforehand by looking in the GST. By that you can figure out top 2 to 3 zip codes or pin codes and have your products in those warehouses in order to save more in ads as well, because now your CTR is higher, your cost per click will become less. So you can not only get higher sale but also save more in your ads when it comes to faster delivery time.
Okay, now what kind of data can sellers can understand about this geo ranking performance, and how to use this data?
Right now you can see the data in only one format, which is which state have been receiving maximum orders, what is the orders you are getting, what is the sales volume. So you can just figure out this thing, because Amazon do not release by zip code the ads performance, which I don't think they will. uh, if they will, it will be great for us as well, because previously Amazon didn't have the rest of search option enabled for us. I mean, the rest of search was there in ads, but we don't have any control on the rest of the search. Now they're releasing it through API. Now all the software companies have access to it. Sellers should have access to it by the end of this month. They should also control rest of the search. So all these features are coming. Amazon is releasing the search query performance dashboard, which is Amazon's internal data. I think Amazon should release something related to zip code if the geo ranking gets more visibility from seller side and sellers start asking questions to Amazon about geo ranking. Amazon should bring on that feature. But right now, only one option we have is just figuring out how much sales we are getting. Apart from that, we cannot understand how much cost we're getting per state in terms of ads. That is not available as of now.
Okay, like what is one golden strategy that you want to share our audience to implement geo ranking, or what actually worked for your clients?
Yeah. So what worked for our client is, for US one, as I've said, we use DSP and Google Ads to boost sale in a particular region where the other competitors were weak. So we identified top 5 to 10 zip codes where our competitors are weak. Competitors are weak means they are not visible in the first page, or if they are visible, they are coming at very bottom. So in that state, we brought in traffic, external traffic, Google Ads, because we can control which zip code we want to send traffic. Amazon DSP, demand side platform, that also we can control by region. So we brought in traffic. Amazon started getting sales in Amazon. Our product started getting sales, and once we started getting sale, Amazon took some inventory from the warehouse where it is right now and put it on the warehouse where we are driving traffic because it was getting sales. One important tip for Indian sellers is getting overstock. What do I mean by overstock is not overstocking so much that you get charged high in storage fees, but overstock overstocking too. Just a little, so that Amazon understand they have a lot of stock in this warehouse, so they can push. So what you can do is you can identify top 2 to 3 warehouses or zip codes where we're getting maximum orders by talking to your CA. Put some excess stock there, because Amazon's algorithm also ranks product based on how much stock availability the seller has. If you have higher stock than normal, they will put your products more. That means you will get more visibility. Let's assume you're getting 300 orders a month and you have 500 units. That is more than average. So Amazon, there is a higher chance for Amazon to show your products more than others because you have higher stock. Higher stock means less chance of getting out of stock. So this is
Mhm.
something that sellers should understand. Also, obviously, some cash flow issues might be there, but those challenges will always be there, right?
Okay. Now, another question people would think is like, now, see, this algorithm is keep on changing.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as the algorithm changes, like, how do we keep ourselves updated and how do we align with the algorithm? That's more important because I cannot stay outdated. Like last month, this worked. I have to
Yeah.
always keep myself updated, test it. So, what one tip that you would get to give to sellers for that?
Yeah, I think you have a really good community, so all the sellers can join your community. Even we have our community, we stay in touch, so we all understand through mutual connection, mutual communication that we do, right? So I think community plays a very important role in staying updated. Sellers can join your community, and even we are inside your community, so we get update on new features that are releasing. So I think that is something that sellers should know, because Amazon often sends email about new features, right? They obviously delays.
Correct.
We being Amazon ads partner, you being Amazon ads partner, you get the updates earlier. So that is something we get. We try to distribute as much as possible. Sometimes it may affect the time. I mean, we may delay in getting the response and giving out to the community, but we, as much as possible, we try to share whenever new updates come in. And also I can see that your community is really proactive in sharing all those updates. So yeah, I think that is something sellers should join.
Great. I have one little out of box question.
Yeah.
Like, there are few sellers who are stuck at a sale of around 20 per day per ASI
Mhm.
and etc. Now, for some sellers, we are able to push them and double the sales, etc. But for a new seller, especially those who are less than 10 lakhs,
Mhm.
we could clearly see there is a cap. Like
Yeah.
only they are able to do only this much per day. Now, in this particular case, how would you handle that particular small seller, or in what way you would actually boost the sales? Apart, in case they are not ready for VBOP, etc. Because
Yeah.
as I said, no, a small seller will not be ready for VBOP. Whatever the changes that we are saying, they won't be ready. In that case, what are the other strategies you would implement to scale their account?
Yeah, when it comes to scaling, there are 2 points that we look at. First is conversion share, next is the impression share or market share. How much market share is available in the market that we can take, we haven't taken yet. Another thing is conversion share. That means how much conversion we are getting and how much we can increase. First, when it comes to ads, obviously, when you start increasing your ads, you will start getting sales, you will start getting organic sales as well. So first thing what we do is we first look at few metrics before scaling our ads. First is the CTR optimized, is the conversion rate optimized. So if the CTR is optimized and conversion rate optimized, then we get the first check. Now we can start scaling. Then the next check comes in the market share. So first we see the CTR. If it is good, by good I mean it varies account to account, varies category to category. A general thumb rule is if it is more than 0.4, 0.5%, it is a good conversion CTR. Conversion rate, if it is more than 8%, 10%, obviously varies category category. It is a good conversion rate. So let's assume the first checkbox is done. We have CTR and conversion rate, which is good. That means the listing is ready to send more traffic. Next thing is understanding whether we can send the traffic or not, whether we have traffic availability or not. That means if the market is big enough that we can take more or not. That we identify by researching few things. First is your search to impression share report. Search to impression share report gives you idea about all the keywords in which you are running ads on, where your position is right now. That means if you're ranking in the first position, that means if your search term impression rank is 1, that means you have already taken maximum market share possible. So there is no such room for improvement. If your rank is, let's say, 3 or 4, it also gives you how much impression you're getting, how much impression share it is. Impression share means, if let's assume there is total 5 advertisers advertising for that keyword, and you are getting only 20% of the impression share. That means the rest 80% is divided among the other 4 competitors. Whereas you see you have a good ACOS. That means your ACOS is 10, 20%. You have a good conversion rate and CTR as well, which all the data you can see in that report. Now you know that yes, my rank is low, but I'm getting more orders. I'm getting more less ACOS, higher conversion rate. What you can do next is, because the first two checkboxes already done, your CTR conversion is already good. You can increase the traffic. Now just copy that keyword and identify in which campaigns that keyword is. You can download keyword report or targeting report and find out this top 10 campaigns are using this keyword, and out of that top 10 campaigns, this first 5 campaigns are having good ACOS. The rest 5 is not having good ACOS. Obviously, if the campaign have not having good ACOS, you will not scale it. If the campaign is having good ACOS, you start boosting the bids. So as soon as you start boosting the bids, now since you know the market is still there, you have more market to capture, you'll start getting more impression. Once you start getting more impression, that means you're driving more traffic to your listing. And now, since we have already checked the first box of CTR and conversion rate, our listing can withstand more traffic. With more traffic, more sales will come in. So this is a general rule of thumb that we use before going and scaling any campaigns. And that could obviously bring more sales.
Great. That's a very wonderful share from you. So, you have any other words related to geo sharing that you want to share my audience that I missed asking?
Not really. I think how sellers can influence is in India, we have only a few options like Google Ads. DSPs that is still managed by Amazon, so we have very less
Right.
control to it, even though if you're doing really high volume as well. So Google Ads, you can drive that to see which uh, per pin code can drive more sale. But if you're in the same niche, you already have a data, it is really good for you. Also, you can go in Google Trends to figure out which region is driving more
Mhm.
search volume for that keyword. That may also help, but again, you have to also consider that Google is a search platform, whereas Amazon is a buyer-centric platform. So results will differ. It is upon constant testing and all. So that is something. Not scale very fast. Start by scaling one or two pin codes at one time. Understanding the compliances, how much costly it is going to be. You can reach out to Niveta's team as well for the VPOB. I think they are really good at it. So that is how I think sellers can start scaling a little bit.
Great, great, great. So thanks a lot for a very detailed video on this, regional visibility, because many people have not spoken up, especially in India, about this particular topic. Thanks a lot for accepting our invite and coming to our YouTube channel.
Thank you so much. I think we had a really fun discussion.
Yes. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to please put in the comment box. We would be really happy to take it forward to Sammy. And if you're watching our channel for the first time, make sure that you're subscribing to my channel.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification of new Gen Max.